Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is part 2 of my visit to Blaby Antiques Centre in Leicestershire. And yeah, there's something I should have mentioned the first time. There are amenities at Blaby Antiques Centre. There is a cafe. There's a little film of that coming. And also there is car parking at the back. So yeah, should have mentioned that before. So just makes your journey a little bit easier if you're going. Anyway, so this is part 2. I don't buy anything this time. We nearly bought something, but my wife resisted. But anyway, so with that said, let's get on with this because there's quite a lot of film. Oh yeah, by the way, there is a cafe here at Blaby Antiques Centre. It's very nice. They do all sorts of snacks and cold drinks and stuff. So yeah, I'm able to do this because there's nobody here at the moment, so yeah. So this is the hay barn glass section. He's a glass dealer I know, and let's see if he can force me to buy something. He's got a whole bunch of Whitefriars textured stuff here, Jeffrey Baxter stuff. We're looking at the Whitefriars Glassworks.com website at the 1974 catalogue. The first shelf we saw there is just like a pile of textured Whitefriars. And yeah, so I thought I'll do a little bit of a breakdown of what's there. I don't know the nicknames for everything. First there was an ashtray, one of these, which is a 9688. And then I think there were a couple of bark vases there. The different sizes have different numbers, but they run from 9689 to 9691. I think there was one of these. These are called coffin vases for obvious reasons. I'm not sure if there was one of these. There was one of these there. So yeah, that's what, and I think on the next page, yeah, there was one of these chimney vases. So yeah, these are all designed by Jeffrey Baxter. Very collectible. You don't often see a shelf that looks like that when you're going into antique shops. You might see one thing. This is not common. I mean, the bark vases, you see them around, and the coffins and these finger vases. This one here and these ones here you don't see, but yeah, this one is a rare one. Some more, got some paperweights as well. Going down a shelf, there's a couple more of those textured ashtrays, but there is also a bamboo vase. And I've had to go back to 1970 for this one. This is another one that's less common. And yeah, I think that colour's cinnamon. I might be wrong. But anyway, yeah, it's a bamboo vase. It's quite a big piece. Can't see the number on here. I think it's 9660. And so yeah, another piece of Jeffrey Baxter's Whitefriars there that's less common. So you got down here. I like the slab, don't recognise it, can't see the label. With regard to the bison slab, little glass slab that was in the back there that I didn't recognise, there's a very good reason to that. So I did a bit of searching, found this one here, and found it here. This is actually haybarnglass.co.uk, so this is actually the dealer, and in here he says Whitefriars architectural slab in Arctic blue. This is one of only 4 slabs depicting a bison which are known of, so that's why I didn't recognize it. There's only 4 of them known. There may be more floating around. If you have one, it's a rare piece. I don't know how much it costs because I couldn't see the front of the label, but it's a very rare thing, and that's why I didn't recognize it. Whitefriars dilly ducks.
So there were three what I call dilly ducks. They're Whitefriars ducks, and yeah. So I'm here looking at Whitefriars Duck Pond blogspot.com. We'll give you a link for this one, and if you ever have any of these ducks, this is the place to come, because they tell you all about the details of them in different time periods, what years they were made. It's got details that I could never remember or keep up with. So it's telling you what years the different colors were made from. So yeah, this is a really, you know, detailed delve into the Whitefriars dilly ducks, and yeah, and he's even, look, here's given evolution from 1955 to 1980, so you can see the shape of the head changes over time. I think it becomes more cartoon-like actually, but anyway, this is a good place to find out about the Whitefriars ducks, and if you have one, this is the place to come try and, so you can look at these profiles, and your colour that you've got, and try and work out more precisely how old the one that you have is.
Sam Herman exhibition piece. Yeah, I don't know who that is. We can, well, there's a whole book for him here, so we can look him up.
So Sam Herman has an obituary in the Contemporary Glass Society. Yeah, so there's a bit of information. He also has a wiki page. So yeah, he was a proper person. It's a bit sad for me looking at his date of birth, because he's born within a couple of weeks of my dad, who's also died. But anyway, when you do an image search, you can see, yeah, he was producing proper art glass. Not too keen on the one with the booby ladies, but yeah, some of these old house, I quite like that. That's quite nice. I like the more regular shaped ones, so that's quite nice there. Yeah, some of these, this one here looks like it's imitating some sort of stone, quite like that. So yeah, anyway, producing proper art glass. Somewhere down here there was a picture of him. Here he is here. So yeah, proper artist, and apparently he set up a furnace in London, and he was also renting out time on it to other glass artists. So yeah, a man that helped push forward art glass. Can't be all bad.
Seen that before. That was here last time. Home bar piece, that might have been here last time. Got some Rihimaki pieces here. Yeah, he's got Rihimaki written on them, so we're not going to catch him out there. What else has he got? Got another piece of Dartington. What's this? Ruder Sweden bowl. I don't recognise that at all. What else is here? Ransford Norse. Not so keen on that. The etching is a bit more cruder than I would like. Usually it's much finer for Scandinavian stuff. What else? Oh, I've seen that Home Guard. Bang Noah's Ark Suncatcher. We can look that up.
So I don't have a catalogue with the Home Guard Suncatcher, so I just thought Google Home Guard Suncatcher. This is the one that we were looking at. He was saying Michael Bang. These are all saying Michael Bang, 1960s. It's this one with the elephants in it. I was going to, you have to make sure you get it the right way around. I don't know which way that is though. So anyway, you can see, look, there's this red one or orangey coloured one, a blue one, but also you get them, it's got the same Noah's Ark, but you get them with giraffes. There's one with, I presume that's Noah. I'm not sure what other animals other than giraffes, Noah and elephants. Just looking, did I miss something? I think there's only those three. Looking, just in case I've been daft and missed it. No, just those three. So, oh look, and there's Michael Bang looking very 70s in his safari outfit. So there we go, 1960s Michael Bang Home Guard.
So this one here, Home Guard Atlantis vase. Now that looks a bit like the Dalian Chinese glasswares, but we can have a look at that and compare it with the Dalian stuff. You'll see there is a difference, but you will see that hardly ever, and you'll see a lot of the Dalian glassware.
Here we're looking at the harder.net DK website, which is for Danish glass. And yeah, so what we're looking at here is something called the Atlantis range. They spell it with a K on the end, but you can see most of the stuff is this dark blue. Some of it has a black rim or dark blue rim, sort of like it's like an inky color. Some of them are not. This is like a more purpley browny one. There's a couple more here. Yeah, these ones here. But yeah, when you look at them, it has this sort of random color point to it like this, especially when you're looking at these ones here. These look more like the Chinese Dalian glass snowflake. So where are we going with this? Why am I showing you this? So if we go to, this is a blog by Mark Hill Publishing. He's a very good guy. So he's found this snowflakes vase, Dalian snowflakes vase, with the label still on it, and he's just highlighting these are not from Murano, but in actual fact they're not Home Guard either. You can see the color here is that sort of like random way of putting it, but here we are, we have a few more just so you get the idea. This is the one that's probably most like what we were looking at. Here we go. You can see usually the random colors added on Dalian glass are multicolored. The base is usually has a clear base with a broken pontil. What else can I tell you about it? Yeah, and they come in other colors as well. So if you look here, there's a green one here, and there's this one here which is like a blush through to yellow. This one's got kind of yellowish base. There are blue ones as well, but you can see it still has this randomness, looks similar now, and some of them have little wavy edges like this. Now the reason I'm showing you this is that these Dalian ones are normally in the 10 to 20 pound range, somewhere in there. Generally people don't know what they are, and they just say it's a nice little vase, and it's hand blown, and I'll stick this price on it. The Home Guard ones, when people know what they are, if you look back at the video, he's got £50 on that one. He's a proper glass dealer, so that's probably a full price, but even then they're going to be at least double the Home Guard ones, which is why you should know the difference. If it's one color and it's kind of inky, there's a good chance it's the Home Guard one. I would imagine the Home Guard ones have polished pontils as well. I don't know, because I didn't turn that one upside down because it was in the cabinet, but these always have broken pontils and they're multicolored, and that's the difference.
Oh, more Rihimaki. Yeah, Country House series. We can look that one. I've seen that in the books, so that's quite a nice thing. What else is here? Yeah, 125 for it though. What else? There's just so much. It's just a bit mind-blowing when you see too much nice things. Cedar. Yeah. What? I'm kind of looking for something for me, but there's nothing. Ooh. See. Look at there. Costa Boda donkey. My wife would like that. I don't know if she's seen it. It's quite cute.
So we're looking at the mothersweden.com website, and on it has an overview of Bertel Valen's Boda Zoo series. Yay. So yeah, I quite like these. These are quite cute. My wife really likes them, but we only have one piece so far. She didn't buy the donkey in the end. She ummed and ahed a lot about it. But anyway, here it is. The Asna donkey. I think these are from the 70s. What years do they do? It doesn't. Oh, in 1975. There you go. So, yeah. The donkey. But the rams are quite good. Or goats. And then, what else? I love these twirly-eyed owls as well. They're quite sweet as well. Anyway, it was a donkey that we saw. This is it. 1975, designed by Bertel Valen, and there's like a whole zoo of them, and they come in different sizes. Like if you got this lion here, look, 7 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 14 centimeters. So yeah, little dinky one to monster lions. Anyway, there you go.
Oh, look at this massive Greek tea bars down here. That's huge, £180. Yeah, I've never seen one that big before. But they all say that. Book we're looking at here is Dartington Glass, The First 20 Years by Linda and Stuart Smithson. And here we go. This is the vase we're looking at. It looks kind of like the size we were looking at it. It comes in 2 sizes. 140. It's about 6 inches. 230, which is about, what is that? Oh yeah, 9 inches there. 5.5 inches and 9 inches. So it was this one, I think, we were looking at there. It was Monster. Yeah, you don't see the big ones very often, and you see them in that red colour almost never. I think I've seen one before, and I foolishly told the person what it was, and yeah, it vanished off the shelf. It was in a place where I go, and they were saying, what do you think about this? And I went, oh yeah, that's quite blah 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 blah, and it was gone. Yeah, anyway, there you go. I was so caught up in my story there. Its reference number is FT58, and it's from 1968, which is the 2nd year that Dartington were running. There's quite a bit of glass up here, but no, this is what's popping out to me. These, oh wow, super light. Super light. These are Bohemian mid-century. Yep, it's not. He just said mid-century decanter, but yeah, very low quality, but very stylish. 1950s, 60s. What else? Yeah, these are similar kind of wares. Still super light. Little trinket set here. I've been having fun looking these ones up. So I'll try and find these ones with butterflies on it. I think it's Bagley. I might be wrong, but I think it's Bagley.
So we're looking at the trinketsets.com website, and yeah, so I said Bagley because Bagley have one called Butterfly, but it's not that one. So I knew someone else had one called Butterfly as well, and I guessed Sowerby, so I jumped to Sowerby, and they do and it's Sowerby. So there are some bits missing there. There should be a little pot with a lid, or two pots with lids, I think. But anyway, made in 1935 originally, and looks like it was made to at least the 1950s according to this. And then you've got a number of different colours. There's no frosted version of this, so you've got pink, sort of amber, blue, green. It looks like there's a different, I don't know if this is just the photo background here, but it looks like you've got a light and a dark blue, and clear. Although that one, this clear one here, looks to, oh yeah, some of the trays are different. So some of the trays have two butterflies and a few flowers, and some of the trays have one big butterfly and one flower. So yeah, there's variation in this set as well.
Look at this tea light holder, German Belmondo. I think I've seen this before somewhere. We will look up Belmondo. Yeah, this looks like it's Whitefriars 9099, golden amber. Nothing else here is jumping out at me.
So of course I'm going to fall into the Belmondo tea light rabbit hole, and yeah, look, there's a couple of pictures here showing you this is how you use it. Yeah, very pretty. So did a search, found this. So this is glass design, George Schultz. It is Belmondo somewhere else on the box, because he's calling it Belmondo here. Yep, and actually this is where it comes from. Mid-century Belmondo art glass, blah 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 blah. Then there's another one on eBay with the label on it, Becker Design, Belmondo. Yeah. What else did I find? So yeah, so these people have a bit more spiel on it. Blah blah blah. Made in Germany by candle holder. Yeah. So is there a label on this one? No, there isn't. But anyway, let's keep going. What I did find also, if I do George Shoot glass design, here we've got images here. What you see is that actually there are other ones by the same people. So there's ones with, like, so the one we saw had about, I think it was this one here, which has got, how many is that? 8 little blobbies on it. Then you've got here, this one looks like it's got about 12. Then you've got one here with little like pencil ends sticking up or something. Little pegs. There you go, there it is in use. Then you've got this one, looks a bit different again. And there was another one somewhere. This one looks different. Where is the other one? This one here. Yeah. So and that one looks like it's got hearts on it. Oh, I didn't see this. Glass made. Let's see if we can get this picture bigger. So look, there's several there. So that is the one we were looking at. Then there's one with them going around in circles. Then there's one with 4. There's one with 3. There's one with these little pegs. We also know there's one with hearts. We know there's one with 12. So there's like, they make several different styles of these tea lights. Yeah. You could just keep going. This is how it goes. I forgot to say, this box, there's no date. It says West Germany. Yeah, so that makes it pre-1990s. This box, to me, and it's from within my lifetime, looks very late 70s, 80s. So yeah, we know it's going to be pre-1990, and that goes with that.
Look at this. Costa Boda centrifuge plate. That's nice with them. The reason I know it's Costa Boat is because it's got a label on it. So we'll try and find it, see if we can date it. £10. Seems very decent price.
So I'm looking at it's a photograph from a catalogue from Costa from 1980. Now, I don't have any more than this. I think I downloaded this from the Matt's Linden website. And yeah, so it's not in the 75 and it's not in the 86 catalogues, which I do have. So it kind of focuses the date for that plate around 1980. So about 40 plus years old.
Just looked up and saw this. That's quite interesting. Little vase there. Don't know who it's by. It's kind of Kripska-esque, but I don't think it is them. And then down here we've got a couple of, I think this is Davidson part post-war. I don't recognise that one though. Not much else here though.
We're looking at the Davidson's 1956 catalogue that I've downloaded from the Victorian Press Glass website. And yeah, so I've looked in the 1941 and this pattern isn't there. And I don't have any intermediate catalogues, so I think it's going to be a post-war design, this one, with these little blibbies. This is effectively the same design. It's even got the same edge, but these ones have just been basically pressed up into bowls while they're still hot, I presume. There's no plates in here, not that I've found. So yeah, and there was another plate that was a bit like the one we were looking at, this one, but it's not the same. So yeah, I looked around, couldn't find it.
Come upstairs to another section. Yeah, it's upstairs is upstairs because there's upstairs is downstairs bit. There's a whole bunch of Aceda 1970s little bud vases here. I don't recognise the other vases though, they're very plain. Is there any other glass in here? Not here.
We're looking at the Aceda 1971 catalogue that I've downloaded from the Bergala Glastechnica Museum website. And yeah, so these are the bud vases. I've shown this before, but I thought there's several there, so it's worth just popping this out and showing you. Here they are. They did do other bud vases. There's these other ones as well, but you don't really see these ones, at least not in the UK. These ones are super common. I see them almost every antique centre I go to.
Yes. And it's got a label on it that says made in Romania. Romania is the spelling pre-1975. So yeah, that's quite nice to see that. I think there was one of these downstairs somewhere and I didn't know who made it, but might just pop back down and show it when I go back down.
The website we're looking at here is the 20th Century Glass website, and it has this vase here, which is like the one we were looking at, only it's a different colourway, but the shape and everything is exactly the same. But that's not what we want to see. We want to see this fish here. Okay, there is a reason for that, because it has the same, see the label there, it's the same as the one we were looking at. You couldn't see it very well in the film, but this is what the label looked like. Made in Romania, not Romania. And what he tells you in here is, oh, I've gone back too far. Dun dun dun. Here we go. Go back in again. Made in Romania was the English spelling for Romania before up until around 1975. So that's what I was talking about. So that makes that vase a pre-1975 vase. So yeah, so I love those little things where you can go, oh, it's earlier than this, it's later than that. Fantastic. Anyway, they're very unusual to see that label. I think I've seen a Romania once. I think maybe once or twice before. So yeah, very nice to see it. Forgot to say, I'm going to jump cut to downstairs, show you the vase downstairs, show you something else while I'm there, and then I'm going to jump cut back upstairs again, like, you know, the magic of editing.
I'll wash it when they're doing the washing.
We saw this when we first came in. It's Romanian because of the vase we saw upstairs with the label pre-1975. Also, there's this Blaby polka dot here. Yeah, I don't recognise the other couple of bits here. The book I'm looking at here is Miller's 20th Century Glass by Andy McConnell. And here we go. This is the Blaby polka dot glass. It's actually got the name Jetique. And a lot of the shapes that you see in are older ones. So all they've done is they've made it black glass and put white spots on. But yeah, they're going, it's 1957. So yes, that's going to be fashionable at that time, I think. So that's what they're going for. And it was made from 1957 to 75. So yeah, went for a decent length of time. And you do see it around. It's not as common as some of the others, but you do see it around. Got a couple of Davidson cloud balls here, but something else is underneath. Look at that. That's a Victorian one. Yeah. I can't see a label on it. Let's see if I can put this down without breaking it. Put that there. Look at this. This is cool. 16 slag glass plate. Let's see if I can find the slag glass plate. That is quite a cool thing. The book we're looking at here is The Peacock and the Lions by Sheilagh Murray. And yeah, so this is the plate we were looking at. Now the one we were looking at, so this is section is for Sowerby. They don't give a year. It will be about 1880. Everything else on this section is about then. Saying here like 1882, 1880, and I've looked back to where this plate is referred to. They don't name the date there, but everything around is about 1880s. So anyway, so we're talking 1880s. The marbling pattern that you see on the plate that we're looking at is called, I think it's called brown malachite. And so yeah, so that's what we were looking at, and you don't see these very often. I presume it's because they either went very out of fashion, were chucked, or it's because these frills are quite delicate. They seem quite robust though. But anyway, I don't know how popular whether you don't see them that often. So anyway, unusual plate. Getting back here, and they say there's some Rihimaki style vases. So let's see if we can find these. See if they are Rihimaki or not. There are no online catalogues for it now, or not the whole bunch of them like they used to be, but I will do my best. So I've come to good old 20th Century Glass website, and so what have we got here? So the first bit is the colourway. So the two vases were the same colour, and I think this is the colour that we were looking at. So that's a tick, and then we're going for this shape. And one of them, I think it was the one on the right, was this shape where it spades out at the bottom, has a clear base like this, and that's a number 1374. And then the other one had the wide bit in the middle like this one, which is a 1376. So I think they are Rihimaki, they're not style. Now someone might know something I don't, but they look good to me.
you might want to get your measuring tape out, see if they fit with the size. Yeah, they look good to me according to this. Now, this website is based on a reference on finished glass that's no longer there. Nothing happens. Design Lahi. And I have actually, someone suggested using the Wayback Machine, and it kind of worked. I can get to the website, but it doesn't bring the pictures back. So yeah, this would have been a fantastic design. You can see actually, there you go, it's got the reference number. So I think looking at what I can see of the framework of the website, it had a lot of good stuff in it, but without pictures it's no good to me. And it is in Finnish as well, so but you can do a Google Translate on that. But yeah, I tried, I had a suggestion, I gave it a go, it didn't work. Very sad. But so I just have to trust 20th Century Glass. He did go somewhere that was working. I've seen what it looks like roughly without pictures. It does look like a fairly authoritative, especially as I think it's actually from Finland. So yeah, is what it is.
Got some Empoli genie bottles here. It says AF. If it's that these little plastic things are a bit bust, that means they are very cheap. But I don't know, and I'm not going to delve into that because the price is like 15, 26, 25. Oh, the top of that one's bust. Can you see? That's why this hard taped on. Yeah, the top of that. So the stoppers in themselves have quite a bit of value. I've seen people asking like 30 quid for a stopper online. So yeah, if the stoppers are broken, it makes a massive difference. So coming to this section, it's a bit like, I'm not sure if it's changed much since I was like here. Viking, yeah. Viking Swirl or something like that. This is cool. These are American and made by Anchor Hocking.
So I did a quick search for Anchor Hocking Viking Swirl, and yeah, some appeared. Yeah, it didn't help. There's nothing's popping out with dates immediately. I did go to replacements here, and it shows me the different colours, but there's actually none of the peach colour that we're looking at. So some of these others have got 40s to 60s. This one's got 50s written on it. 50s, 50s, 60s. So you know, it's somewhere in that region as far as date wise goes. And then I did a quick look in eBay, and we've got this lusterware, peach luster is called, so that's what the color is. And on this piece though, they have a date, which is probably right, I think 1960 to 69. No guarantees with that, but made by Anchor Hocking in Lancaster, Ohio. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, someone is giving a date, and they seem fairly precise as far as the dates. They're not just saying 1960s.
What else is here? Yeah, nothing much I'm recognising there. There's a whole bunch of, so I've got a nice little Sowerby bowl up here. That's pre-war. That's Sowerby as well. I don't recognise this one. Has it got anything written on it? It's always nice. Blue deco, yeah. That's no help. This looks like a Stozzle design. That's what they got written there. What they got written on it? Brown bowl. So this is 1930. This is Stozzle.
Here we go. We're looking at the 20th Century Glass website, and this is the bowl that we were looking at. with a sort of like eye shape in it with lines through it. It's made by Stossel, Czech Art Deco 1930s, so I was right. It's an Austrian company, but it had a factory in Czech Republic. They're still going today, and yeah, the funny thing is that I went to visit my son at the weekend, and the house that he was renting, they were using Stossel wine glasses, and they were very nice quality ones, you know, real quality. In fact, they were so delicate, my son was actually worried about using them, but I said we're using them because Stossel.
£12. This is Stodd's as well. Don't recognise this. It looks a bit like Chippendale, but I don't think it is. It's the wrong colour anyway.
Right, we're back to the wondrous 20th century glass website, and here we go. This is the bowl. Again, Stossel, Czech Art Deco 1930s. Yeah, there is a book here, Slow Union Art Before the Industry. I think I did try to look it up, and it was not cheap. But here we go. This is the bowl we were looking at. There you go.
I don't recognise this. It looks very bohemian, but yeah, I don't recognise it. I'll look and see if I can find it. There's some more bits down here. These look bohemian as well. Yeah, we'll see if we can find them.
Sticking with 20th century glass, I found the bowl that was at the back there. It's this one here. The one we saw at the back there was like frosted, so it had like clear frosty on each side, but this is it, and it's Glow Union, and we've got designer Václav Hanuš and a year 1957. It says it's 10 inches wide, which is about the size of the bowl that we were looking at, so I'm quite happy that this is what we were looking at.
This one might be Stossel or Walter and Zon, maybe. Anything else here? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of glasses over here, but nothing. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's got a little chip though. So that's super quality. Polished pontle marks. Let's see what we're in there. Mixed old glass, £2 a glass. And then, oh, I just realised this, the wall units here. See the wall units? I think this is Danish Paul Cadavus. Very nice. They're quite valuable in themselves.
What was I talking about? Paul Cadavus system. Yeah. The one we were looking at is a bit like this one here, I think. If you look, you can see the little struts come down, stick it and hold up the shelves. And it's very flexible because you can move these shelves up and down, and you use wider ones and narrow ones, and you've got these different cabinets, some with glass fronts, some of them more like desks. It's quite a cool system. This one's called Cadavus Royal System. The reason I know is because I have a Paul Cadavus system in my living room. Let's see if I can find one like it. What's mine like? Oh, it's a bit like this one here. So mine looks like this, but it's got 6 of these cabinets on a row along the bottom, and then you've got shelves up above. And obviously, it's great for glass. I didn't go out and spend thousands of pounds on this. It came with the house. But as soon as I saw it, I thought, hey, that'll be great for putting my glass on in my living room. Fantastic. Anyway, it's from the 1960s. It's a very cool system. I know I'm departing from the glass, but yeah, it's cool. Super cool.
Another trinket set. I think that's the lid. Is that a lid? Right, does that go on there? Yeah. So, yeah, I've not seen this one before. So it'll be fun looking this one up. Let's see what we find.
I'm looking at the glasstrinketsets.com website. I did at last find this trinket set. It took me a while. It's a Davidson 360. Okay, there are some parts missing here. I think we've got the candlesticks, we've got this, and we've got this base, I think. But there's a little perfume thing, I think this is, and another little tray of some kind. Made from 1938 to 41, which is why I haven't seen one before. That's very short-lived. And it's saying that the known colours are amber cloud and frosted green. And yeah, so this is amber cloud here. This is Davidson's cloud, which has got all these streaks. And now the one we had is just straight amber, so it's an unlisted colour. And because I did say I hadn't seen it before, and that's probably why, because it was only made for 3 years, and then the war started. In fact, they were probably already slowing down considerably during 1941 if they made it barely at all. So I hope you enjoyed that. My favourite thing was finding the vase with the Romania label on it, because I've only ever seen one before on a fish, so it's always nice to be able to pin these things down. Now, my next film though is already in the bag, so to speak. I haven't edited it or done anything with it yet, but yeah, it's going to be a mega and quite a long one, I think. But anyway, so what do I need to say? Yes, all the references I've used will be in the description below. Remember to go and look up Blaby Antiques Centre, and all their details will also be in the description below. And please remember to like and subscribe. If you like this video, it does help the channel, because it means that YouTube will know people like it and are more likely to promote it to other people. So please do that. Even if you don't subscribe, please like. And with that said, thank you for watching and have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.